time for Two Guys and a Goalie with Dustin Nielsen, Matt Cassian, and the goalie, Joaquin Gage.
Happy Thursday, everyone. This time next week, we'll be breaking down an Oilers regular season game. That's happening. We're a week away. We are a week away. Nielsen, Gage, Cass with you once again. Two Guys and a Goalie. Brought to you by our partners at CoolBet. If you're not yet signed up for an account, feel free to do so. Use the code 2GUYS, the number 2 in the word guys, when you sign up. Get 100% deposit bonus on your initial deposit up to $200. Boys, we got lots to get to. We're going to take a look at some of the player point totals that have been set up over at CoolBet. You can go hop in on those right now. We're going to give you all of our award predictions for today. We'll get to some league predictions next week. Talk a little bit about the Oilers here as well as their battles continue. And TSN dropped their top 10, which is pretty much the least surprising top 10 you can possibly find. So we'll get to that as we work our way through this episode today. Gager, you had your little pumpkin distributing coat thing yesterday with work. Popped by, said hi. Seemed like you guys were doing okay there. Decent day.
Yeah, no, it could have been, the weather could have been a little bit better.
That weather should have made you think about getting somebody a coat.
See, that's the thing. Yeah, I maybe that kind of worked to our advantage a little bit, and we had some signs out, and some people dropped in. So lots of coats. That we got about 4 big boxes of coats filled up. So overall really good day.
That's good to hear. Cass, what have you been up to, buddy?
Yeah, it was good. My wife and I emceed an event this morning, so I was up early for that. Yeah, it was good. It was for Kids Cottage here in the city, so it's a crisis intervention center for kids. Only one here in Edmonton, so pretty cool foundation. They do some really good stuff. So it was a lot of fun. Good food, good breakfast. And
I feel like emceeing a breakfast event, it would be great. Everybody's day hasn't gone to shit yet. They're all happy.
Yeah, so
they're having breakfast. Yeah. It's a charity. That's got to be a great time to MC.
You're getting bacon, people haven't woken up enough yet to realize your jokes aren't funny. So it was good. It was like, and you know what? And I'm fortunate because my wife Mandy, like, she's really, really good at that stuff too, like way better than I am. So she made it better too because she was there, and so anytime I would say something dumb, she would make fun of me and point it out, which is good. So
just like us on the podcast.
Yeah.
Very easy. That's good. All right. So Oilers, 10 penalties last night. Spend a lot of the game on the penalty kill. Tough to really get a flow. We're still in it right to the end. I don't know, Cass, did you watch much of the game? Did you have anything that you really take away from that one?
Tough with all the penalties. I mean, it's okay to get some penalty killing practice in. I actually don't mind it from like they got to maybe work some of the kinks out of that a little bit, get players comfortable with the penalty killing process again. But a little bit tough. I heard your little rant about Puljujärvi this morning. He was okay.
It's not so much. It's that nobody else ever gets criticized for anything. That's my issue
all the time.
I did 4 hours today. Not one person texted in and said, "Hey, what was Ryan McLeod thinking giving that puck away right as a blue line last night?" Like, not one text.
It was a bad turnover.
If that's Puljujärvi, he's traded for peanuts this morning. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's just that nobody else can do anything wrong, and he can't literally do anything right, which is, I mean, I just think that's ridiculous. You shouldn't even have brought this up. I did not want to do this today on this podcast. Come on. God, I freaking hold it in for 4 hours all morning, sit down here to have a good chat with my buddies, and this happens.
I just wanted to get you fired up. But it was hard to pull stuff from him. He was okay. He was okay. It wasn't good, wasn't bad, but he wasn't overly noticeable. And I said that on the pregame show. Like, I think for Puljujärvi, one of the things, even just with the way management probably is perceiving him right now, is he needs to do things to be noticeable. Fans, management, other teams, because if we're not noticing him, if management's not noticing him, other teams' management's not noticing him either. So if he wants more opportunity, he's got to find a way to be impactful. And was he okay last night? Yeah, he was okay. Was he bad? No, he wasn't bad. Could he have done more? Does he need to find a way to do more? Yes, he does. If he wants more opportunity, either in Edmonton or elsewhere, he needs to find a way to do more.
Gage, where do you come out of this whole Puljujarvi preseason training camp discussion?
I really don't give a shit. It only matters when next Wednesday when it all starts, right?
Yeah.
Like if he's
like who's there, right?
Didn't he score the first goal last year of the season? Didn't he score the first one? I can't remember. Or he scored in the first game.
His last 3 preseasons, he scored 10 goals in 15 games, and that didn't lead to anything. So,
but yeah, I mean, would you have liked him to have a defining kind of moment maybe in a game? Sure, but I mean, he's not Dylan Holloway showcasing himself to be on the roster day one. He's already on the roster day one, I assume, and he just has to improve on what he did last year at the beginning of the year, because he was great until around Christmas time, until he got injured. Hopefully he can just stay healthy and keep on that 20 goal a year pace. That's what I think everyone wants from him. I don't put much stock into this preseason stuff, Dusty. The preseason was for 1 or 2 players, and I include like maybe Skinner in that one, Holloway. You know, you look at maybe Bourgault, but he was already sent down. You were looking for some of a spark from one of these blue chip prospect kind of things to happen. I think for the most part, it's been a really successful camp and solidified what the Oilers have moved for next Wednesday when the season starts.
Cass, do you think Puljujarvi's in their top 9 when the puck drops next week?
Probably, unless he's traded. When you're in a cap crunch, you're going to have a smaller roster. He's probably going to be there. He's an important part of the team. I don't dispute that. I don't dispute that he's a good player, a good quality NHL player. I mean, he is. He clearly is to me. He's more expensive than what you need right now because you're cap crunch. And I don't think there's teams out there right now that, knowing the cap crunch, are willing to trade for him.
Why would you give the Oilers anything right now? They know, you're dealing from the worst position ever if you're Ken Holland right now.
Yep, which is where there's probably not much or nothing out there for him right now. Most teams, and I've had agents tell me this, I've had management tell me this, teams generally at the start of the season, they're happy with where they are. Post training camp, usually they're pretty content. Most teams, so
because they built all summer.
They built all summer. Roster, they made the decisions, built that roster, so they're happy with where their team's at. And so, over the next couple of weeks, things could start to shift depending how the start of season goes for teams, depending on what's out there and injuries and all that. But for now, I don't see him being anywhere else. And he's not going to be in the fourth line. He's not. He probably is going to slot in on that third line in the right wing, which is a decent spot for him. Again, he's a good player. If you move Puljujarvi out, you have to find a way to replace those goals. The challenging thing for Puljujarvi right now is Holloway has had such a good camp that he's that goal replacement, and he's going to do it for cheaper than Puljujarvi will. And where it looks like he will. And so, they're probably going to keep looking for an opportunity to move him, but for right now, he's gonna slide into that top 9.
Gager, just quickly on the Oilers, then we'll get to that TSN top 10, dive into our awards previews and things like that. But a lot of talk here about Broberg with a little bit of an underwhelming camp. He's only 21 years old. He doesn't have to clear waivers at this point, Gager. And I think from some cap manipulation, he might have to be here on opening day. But Gager, right now, for what makes this team best, would you rather Broberg on your third pair or one of Murray or Niemelainen?
To be honest, I'd like Murray just for the experience factor. The one thing that I don't want to have happen is what we had with Bouchard a few years ago, right? Just sitting around watching stuff. I don't think that helps a young defenseman at all. And even seeing Bouchard did quite well for his first year after essentially sitting out a year for the year prior, right? So I'd like to see Broberg probably start in the minors, just having those playing tons, 20 games, and who knows what happens with injuries and things like that. And he'll probably be on a yo-yo up and down with certain things that happen throughout the year. But again, he's 21 years old. There's just D-men, kind of like goalies, I think a little bit, Dusty, is that it takes them a little bit more time to figure things out. I mean, if you could look into that crystal ball from years back when Darnell Nurse started, everyone wanted to get rid of him, remember? And look at the D-man that he turned into. So, and the upside of Broberg, I think, is he's got quite a high ceiling with the way that guy can skate. I think I'd love to see he should probably hang around Niemelainen. I'd put those guys in the same room, and maybe a little bit of that aggressiveness will rub off on him. But other than that, yeah, I don't want to see him sitting up in the press box with me watching a game.
That's the worst thing, development. Sitting anywhere near Gager is horrible for your development. All right, TSN Top 10. I want to hit this before we get to our awards previews. Obviously, this is a TSN hockey staff that puts this together. Side note, I get to help out with the CFL Top 50, which is a fun task. Obviously, no invite for this one, but I like being a part of the CFL one. Here's the top 10, guys, and to be honest with you, I mean, it's pretty basic. Connor McDavid 1, Matthews 2, Makar 3, Draisaitl 4, McKinnon 5, Hedman, Vasilevsky, Kucherov 6, 7, 8, Barkov at 9, and Kaprizov at 10. If they ever play a best on best again, I think Russia's going to have a lot of firepower up front. I think we can say that. Mix in Kucherov and Barkov and Kaprizov. You got Vasilevsky between the pipes. But, I mean, I look at that list and I go, well, that's pretty much your generic list. Cass, nothing jumps out off that list, does it?
Well, Kucherov.
Too high?
No, I was just thinking, maybe not Kucherov. Okay, here's what I'll do. I think Hedman jumps off the list in me a little bit.
Okay.
Because I think he's too high in here now. 2 years ago, yes. I think he probably slipped a little bit for me here, but not overly surprising. Sidney Crosby's probably higher than he should be.
Okay.
On
because
there.
He's at 11, isn't he?
Yeah, he's at 11. And when I look further down the list, I mean, confirmation for me that you are both off your rocker with Roman Josi is that he's 13th on this, which makes sense to me.
And I messed up. I said Barkov was Russian. I should know he's Finnish. I love him. Yeah, that's my bad. I saw the OVs and I was just getting excited about tying them all together. Horrible look for a guy who sometimes pretends to have Finnish heritage. That's not the best way to go about it. So yeah, pretty Gager, one goalie on the list. I think Shesterkin was in the middle part of it. I mean, nothing really crazy from this list. Is there? Draisaitl right below my, I feel like everybody's where they're supposed to be on this list, really.
Yeah, I mean, and that could change like in a heartbeat, right? Too like they're all the people that should be in that list are there for sure. I think anyway. So yeah.
All right, let's get into our award projections, and we got a bunch of them to get to. Let's start just with the Art Ross and the Rocket Richard. I mean, I'm on McDavid and Matthews. We don't have to make it a great argument or battle. Are you guys both on McDavid and Matthews as well for the Art Ross and the Rocket?
That's what I have written down, Dusty.
Yeah.
I concur.
Yeah, okay. We don't need to spend a lot of time on it.
No.
Okay, well, let's just tie it all together then. Hart Trophy this year. Does Connor McDavid win the Hart Trophy this year, or does Austin Matthews win the Hart Trophy this year? Which way are you guys going to side?
Neither of them. Nope.
Neither of them. Both of you say no. Oh, this is good. This is good. I'm going to say it will be Connor McDavid again. But you guys, okay, this is awesome. Gager, who are you going with?
Connor has heart fatigue. They just think his brilliance goes so far under the radar now that it's ridiculous. And I think just with Matthews and the Leafs, it's not as impressive as if he repeats the same season that he does this year. I really think that Nathan McKinnon is going to win the Hart Trophy because he is going to be the most valuable player in the league for the Colorado Avalanche. I just think with the new deal, I know
tough.
But I just think with the new deal, Stanley Cup champion, a little bit more swagger. The way that guy plays, I just love it. I just think he's going to mean more to his team than any other player in the league and win the Hart this year.
Okay. Cass, what do you got on there? You got McKinnon as well?
Yep.
We did not talk before this.
And we did not talk. I had McKinnon as well. Very, very rare. I think last player to win 2 in a row, I think, was Ovechkin back in the late 2010s, 2008, 2009, or 9-10, one of those years. So, very rare for players to win it back-to-back. McDavid has won it. He wins everything. He's going to win other awards. So people are just going to kind of be like, well, whatever. He's got Draisaitl, and not vote for him. Matthews isn't going to win back-to-back because people are going to this year go, oh, well, he's got everybody here. He's got Marner's playing defense, so he's got Marner playing defense now sometimes. So he's not going to – well, you know what? They might not do that because he's in Toronto. So maybe he does win 2 times in a row. But I would think it more likely going to be someone else. And to me, that the easiest person to slide in there is Nathan McKinnon. Gager laid out really good reasoning for it. Even with having McCarr there, I still think he's the front runner for me to win it this year.
All right, I'll counter this hot take. I still think McDavid will win it, but let's mark this down. When it's all said and done, I bet you Cale Makar ends up with more Hart Trophy votes than Nathan McKinnon this year. How's that for a spitting hot take? Yeah, I think so.
I'll put a plate of wings up against that, Dusty.
I'll second that.
Boneless.
I'll second that.
Oh, 2 wings.
Flats.
Let's do it.
Okay,
just
like
flats. Just
no,
flats.
I'll do the loaded fries. If you wings, then I'll do loaded fries.
Okay, all right.
Perfect. This sounds like an excellent lunch. I can't wait to get it. Can't wait to get it. All right, let's work our way down this list here. Let's go to the Norris Trophy this year. I will say Cale Makar and get out of the way for you guys. Is anybody else going to go anywhere else? Anybody got a sack?
Yeah, I got a different one.
Okay.
If I didn't just freeze, because it looks like I froze.
I think that was my computer, but we're good.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, all right, we're good. Adam Fox wins it. I think with the new year New York has, I think the offensive output, not that he flew under the radar, like McCarr's the well-known pick, I think, but when people are going to look at the body of work done over the last couple of years, I think Adam Fox has a chance to win it. I will go, it's similar to like voter fatigue, where you're kind of tired of the same person getting all the accolades or even being nominated, let alone winning, where there's kind of like people are oftentimes searching for someone else to slide in there. And I think Adam Fox kind of fits the bill of, well, he's had a ton of success, still a really young guy.
He's done it
Plays
once already.
Exciting offensive game. So I don't know. I see Fox winning it.
Gager, who you going with?
Oh, it's Cale Makar. I'm just going to leave it at that. He's too good.
All right, Vezina Trophy. Who's the best goalie in the league this year? Gager, you're our goalie. Who are you going with?
I'm going to go with, I think, barring, if he can stay healthy, Freddie Anderson is going to win.
Oh, wow. Love it.
Year. The defensive structure of the Carolina Hurricanes, and with him in net, I just think his numbers are going to be astronomical, and he is going to he's going to dominate this year. Carolina's going to do a lot better. I'm going with the what is he, Danish? The Big Dane.
It's funny because I had him too.
We did not talk before this.
Yeah, we didn't talk. Yeah, we didn't talk.
We didn't talk.
My Vezina. There was the Fox one there when I scribbled them down earlier. And again, for the exact same reasons. Like, I think if he's healthy, that team is going to play a really good team game. Yeah. That is a big one. Going to play a really good team game, and they're going to be a really good team. I mean, I picked them in the West. I've been a big fan of Carolina's the last couple of years and how they play. They're a fun team to watch, and I think they play a style that's going to benefit Freddie Anderson if he's healthy all year. So I think their goals against is going to be really good, and I think he wins it, which is why I picked him.
I've got two, and we're missing. I mean, it's going to be Vasilevsky and Shesterkin head to head. I mean, but I like UC Saros. I think he's a phenomenal talent. He's put up some huge numbers, and then a little bit of a sleeper here, maybe one final run for Marc-Andre Fleury and the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota was a really good team last year. Cam Talbot's not around anymore. I think there's a chance this guy has to play 55, 60 games this year again. And if Minnesota's a good team in front of him, People like Marc-Andre Fleury, man. I could see them wanting to give it to him one last time. So that's a full-blown sleeper pick, but I'll go Marc-Andre Fleury as a little bit of a sleeper. All right, Jack Adams, and then we'll get to Calder. Jack Adams this year. Who's going to be the coach of the year?
I'm going hometown. Woody's going to take this thing. Oilers are going to have a phenomenal year.
It's so weak. I'm going Woodcroft too. I think they're going to have a good year.
They're going to have a good year. He could have if they would have got rid of Tippett earlier, he probably would have won it. So I don't see him faltering anytime this year, and just the way being able to hear how he talks and talks through things. Yeah, I think this is Woody's year.
Cass, anti-Woody?
Yeah, I'm not anti-Woody. I'm just pro somebody else.
Sounds like you're anti-Woody.
No.
Hop on with us. Be a homer, you coward.
Here's the thing. I am allowed to disagree with you, and I'm allowed to accept your guys' opinion and accept you as individuals while not agreeing with your choices.
Okay.
So I accept you both, and I love you both, but I disagree in that.
Give us your answer.
DJ Smith, a little bit of an off there. DJ
so
Smith.
It is a homer pick.
It is a homer pick, just a different homer pick. but listen, I do actually think there's something there, and I think just the amount that we're going to see the Ottawa Senators improve from last year to this year, and I do have them. We talked about that before. Is that like sleeper pick in that division of surprising some people and actually really taking a big step and progressing here. Now they could have some goaltender issues, injury issues. We'll see, but I think the progress that they're going to make this year could really put DJ Smith in the mix. If the Ottawa Senators make the playoffs this year,
yeah,
I just see all of a sudden there being a pretty big discussion about him being involved in it. So maybe a little bit of a sleeper pick, not an easy one, but I guess that's my hot take is that DJ Smith wins it.
All right.
I got to say, if the Sens do make the playoffs, it's hard not to give it to them, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly my point, and I think they're going to make it.
Yeah, they brought in some pieces, which may give him more to work with, but it would still be a step in the right direction, a huge step in the right direction if they do make the playoffs. All right, Calder Trophy, boys. Is there a rookie that you're leaning towards here this year?
I went with Mr. Power. Just I think he's going to play a ton, and I thought Shane Wright maybe, but I just look at the I don't think when it goes up against the ice time and what Power can do, I think he's going to heads and shoulders above everyone else with his first year, I think.
Cass? Kind of shook your head at that Owen Power pick.
Because I picked Owen Power too, and I promised I did not talk.
Oh my God!
You guys are killing me. You're
this
killing me
terrible.
right now.
Maybe we should talk before, Kat.
Yeah, maybe just so we don't have like everyone the same.
I got somebody different, so don't worry. At least we're not all the same.
Yeah, like when the reason I pick him is I think he's going to be really good, but I think Buffalo is going to be really bad. And so they're going to be looking, and from a news standpoint and from a media standpoint, like they're going to be looking at players that are making a difference. And I think he's a guy that could really make a difference for that team and is going to, whenever the Buffalo Sabres come to town, wherever they are, they're not going to be talking about the Buffalo Sabres. They're going to be talking about Owen Power. They're going to be talking about some of the young guys in that group that are coming in. And I just think from a not just the quality of the season, but the buzz around the player and everything that's going on. To me, it just seems like he would be the most likely pick, which is why I picked him as winning it. So, yeah, sorry, Dusty. We all have the same answer, but
yeah, no. I'm on Matty Beniers. Seattle Kraken,
yeah.
Matty Beniers, first line center, 9 points in 10 games last year. Getting a look, was an offensive powerhouse. We'll get every possible offensive opportunity that any other rookie will get, and probably in more situations. So I think this guy's an absolute stud. So I'm going to roll with Matty Beniers for the Calder Trophy this year. Gager, yours, I guess, would be the English League Hart Trophy. But I was going to say, what's the best individual award you guys have ever won in anything? It doesn't even have to be hockey. Was there anything else?
Oh, God.
What do you mean by best? I mean, I would say for me,
I don't
the
know.
one that
Like,
meant
you
the
must
most,
have won like some tournaments along the way, Gage. Like, Cass.
Oh,
like,
those sort of things. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was going to say my favorite would have been the. I won one of the American League, at least just for the team in Houston, just a couple times, the Man of the Year awards. Those ones I always liked because it was just for
yeah, being a good dude.
Community service and get out there and being a decent
Good
person.
for you, buddy.
So I like those ones.
Yeah.
I didn't score a lot of goals. It wasn't like I was able to win a lot of other awards. Like
They don't give out
I
an
won the
award for
Booster
toughest
Club
son of a
award.
bitch, right?
Yeah, I won that one in the dub a couple times.
Did you?
Oh yeah, the players poll voted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I won that one a couple times, but
I still don't get it.
yeah.
I still see you as a teddy bear. I still don't see how you beat people up for a living. It just blows my freaking mind, man. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, what a switch must be flipped. Like, it's just crazy. Gage, for me, I won the top grade 8 drama student in junior high school, and it was big. Was not expecting it. Kind of came out of nowhere. I split it. We were co-winners. Split it with a guy who would later in his life go to jail for murder. So I kind of came up on top in that one. But that's one that kind of popped up there for me. Gager, what about you?
Well, the Hart Trophy in the English League was pretty special. But at the Sweden hockey games, I was voted top goalie, which was really cool, representing Team Canada. But I have to say, the one award that I won that always comes back, and I think I told you this story before, was in Pee Wee. We went to Vernon with my team and for a big, huge Pee Wee hockey tournament. And they were giving out all the awards and stuff. And then there was a draw for a Canucks jacket. And it was the old Canucks V. Did I tell you this story before? Like a big, huge, puffy jacket that they had up on there. And there's probably like a couple hundred kids sitting in this big banquet hall. And all our names were in the big bin. And the guy goes in and he pulls out a name and he's looked at it. And just from years of teachers just butchering my name, he was looking at this name and I jumped up and I go, "It's me," because I knew he couldn't pronounce my name right, and it was me. So he hadn't even said my name yet, and I was rolling up there to get this jacket, and that
was meant to be.
That was meant to be. So I had a real ugly, really poofy Canucks jacket from the Vernon Pee Wee tournament back as a kid. That's probably the one I'm most proud of, Dusty.
This one probably won't surprise you, but I was in 4-H as a child, and you had to do public speaking in 4-H. And I went on a run from the age of 7 to the age of 12, like winning every single year. So, yeah, public speaking runs in our family a little bit. So it was like your dad won the East Kootenay title and your mom won the East Kootenay title. You've got to be a legacy speaker. So it was just like, shit, okay. So that worked out. And then my sister
move
won
back. Marshall's got to defend the title.
Exactly. Oh my God, the Nielsen's are moving back to the Cooties just for 4-H public speaking. All right, let's play a quick round of over under. These are player props you can find right now over at CoolBet. So just give me the over under, boys. I got 3 guys here. Elias Pettersson, over under 73.5 points this season.
I'll go over.
Under.
Oh, okay. 1 over, 1 under. All right. I like that. All right. Kirill Kaprizov, 92.5 points this season.
Over.
Over.
Yeah, it's got to be over. I'd smash that one. That's one I'm going to personally bet right away now that I see it. And then Austin Matthews, over under 102.5 points this season.
Under. Suck it, Toronto.
I was going to say, you're a hater.
Under, yeah. With Marner on defense
too?
now.
Yeah, it changes everything.
Yeah.
I'm on the over. I think I'm on the over on the 2. I think I'd take under Pedersen at 70, 73.5. That's a pretty juicy number. I might go under on that one as well. We'll take a look at some more player props on Monday's episode. We'll give you our division winners, Stanley Cup champions, all those official predictions, maybe a couple of fun predictions as well, just kind of wild and crazy things that might happen in the league this year. What do you got on the go this weekend, boys? I'm flying off to Winnipeg tomorrow, where I will, on the plane, watch both She-Hulk and Andor. So I'm a little bit behind on that front. We got Formula One action this weekend, I guess, starting tonight. Gager, you guys got busy weekends coming up or what?
I got practice this evening, like you said, Dusty, and just a big, huge feast on Sunday, I guess. Maybe we'll do an episode Tuesday, because Thanksgiving Monday's Thanksgiving Monday. We'll do an episode Tuesday next week. Let's plan for that. That's right. Yeah. So we're gonna do some roast beasts. Cass, you smoking, or you probably got something on the go?
We'll go over to my parents' place, and I think my mom she does a really good turkey. Like her turkey's always really good. So I don't think they're smoking it. Though I wouldn't be surprised if my dad gets his paws in there and decides to do that, because he's been all over that. So I think she's doing the smoker. I'm on green beans and a corn dish. Nice. So I'll probably do like Texas green beans, and I'll probably do like a Mexican corn.
I'd just bring a can of cream corn. That's how I'd roll in.
No, it's really easy, Dusty. Like I'm probably going to roast it. So I'm going to grill it, like get a nice dark like char, so it's a little bit smoky. Then you cut it off the cob, mix it with some caramelized onions and a little cilantro, some cotija cheese, and it's basically. Have you ever seen like people in Mexico walk around like with the corn on a stick with like spices and cheese on it? You're basically doing that, except in a big bowl, and it's really, really good. So
Dusty's dying. Look at his face. Look at Dusty's face. He's like, oh my god. He's almost puked just hearing it. The palate of a 3-year-old.
Thanksgiving puke. Yeah, that's right. All right, boys. Well, hey, enjoy the holiday with your family, and we'll be talking hockey again next Tuesday. How's that sound? See you then, guys.
Awesome.
That's gross.